Laris here, and this time I'm gonna share to you my CFO experience. I have been receiving questions about CFO, so this is it. So first, CFO. CFO is Commission on Filipino Overseas. So they are the ones who will give you counsel about the realities that you are going to face or the challenges that you are going to encounter in other countries. And I think this is only for Filipinos. So Filipinos, you cannot leave the country, especially for K1 or spousal visas. You cannot leave the country not until you have your CFO sticker, and always have this certificate with you because the immigration officer will definitely look at your passport and look for this sticker. Okay, so I went to the CFO 2 days right after my interview at the Manila US Embassy was approved. So my schedule was March 22, 2 p.m. and I scheduled my CFO in Cebu. So why I scheduled in Cebu? Because that time I was living in Cebu and the package for my K1 was also addressed in Cebu. So for the location for CFO Cebu, it's in Fuente Osmeña. That is right beside the Palladium Hotel. So I went there 8 a.m. March 22 because you need to go there early in the morning for personal registration, even though that I have a 2 p.m. schedule. So I went there with the requirements except for my passport or my US visa because the time my passport was still at the Manila US Embassy. So the requirements that I brought with me, my fiance's passport, bio-page photocopy, our pictures together. But at this time, these pictures were in my phone because I already got rid of the pictures right after the interview. And then 400 pesos. And then his divorce decree because he was previously married. And then what else? Make sure that you know your fiance's mother's name because they are going to ask for that. So I went there before 8 a.m. in the CFO office, and when I went there, there were already a lot of people waiting outside the office, and some were leaving for Japan, some were leaving for Canada, some of course for the US and other countries. So we waited there until the office was open, and then we went to the guard for the personal registration. That's where he's going to ask for the IDs and then fill out the form with the signature and your name there. And then afterwards, I went to the counter to make a payment for 400 pesos. And then after that, the staff at the counter asked me if I wanted to attend the general orientation in the morning because she said that if I'm going to attend the general orientation in the morning, probably I could finish the orientation early too. So I agreed, and then she gave me a form which I have to fill it out, and then afterwards I returned it to her. And then few hours, like at 9:30, the general orientation started. So this general orientation is like about a travel orientation, like airport and airplane or immigration rules, something like that. So it started 9:30 a.m. and it ended like 11:30 a.m. So I really thought that this CFO seminar was only half day, but for me it wasn't because it took me whole day at the CFO office for this seminar. So after the general travel orientation, the staff told us that at 1 p.m. that will be the country-specific seminar. So this country-specific seminar, they are going to separate all the people who were going to Japan, the people who were going to Canada, and of course us, the people who were going to the US. So this country-specific orientation is that the staff told us about Americans' behavior, their culture, and then also the Filipinas who were abused by their husbands, like the real life stories of the Filipinas that were being abused by their husbands. And it's kind of scary though, the real stories. You can Probably you have heard these kind of stories in the news that are so scary, that are so brutal stories. And actually, our staff told us about the previous applicant that after hearing these stories, she got scared and she decided not to travel to the US anymore. So, and after those country specific orientation, the staff interviewed us one by one, like the divorce paper, and then your fiance's passport bio page, and then she asked for some photos which I showed her in my phone, and then she asked for my fiance's mother's maiden name, and that's it. I think after that, she told me to go to the counter and ask for my certificate since I don't have my passport yet. And then this certificate will prove that I have attended the seminar. And as soon as I have my passport, I need to go back to have a sticker on my passport. So yeah, so it started at 1 p.m. and then it ended like 4 p.m. So for me, it was like a whole day orientation. But overall, it was a nice experience because these people really help us Filipinas to be emotionally and mentally prepared before we leave the country. So I have a friend that she has been here for 3 months now, and she got bored and depressed, and she wasn't mentally and emotionally prepared for the life that she has here, being away from the family and friends. So she really needed to go home. I do also get bored here, but for me, if you're mentally and emotionally prepared, I think you have to embrace the kind of life that you wanted, because this is just temporary. I think soon enough you will find some friends, find work and things like that. But as of now, just enjoy, find something that can make you busy, things like that. So that's it, guys. So make sure you have to keep this copy and then your passport with your CFO sticker, because if ever you wanted to visit the Philippines and then when you go back to the US, all you need to do is present your old passport with a CFO sticker in it, or your CFO certificate. These are already good for a lifetime, so all you have to do is keep it. Make sure you do not lose it, okay? So that's it, and good luck, and don't miss your CFO seminar, okay? Bye!